Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is my birthday. I'm turning 21, which is so scary to me, and I want to do a get ready with me. So let's just hop on right into it. I am in an hoodie, very barefaced, very sleepy, swollen eyes, and yeah, but I just want to do a get ready with me with you guys. I have a nice cup of tea with me, so let's just get to it. And I am in fancier clothes. I decided to do a layer of my favorite set of necklaces. These are so bougie. These are Vivienne Westwood. I feel so fancy in them. The sunlight is just kind of in my face. The lighting's a bit weird. We're just going to have to deal with it. I think I'm going to duck in and out, but outside of the sun my face kind of looks bad, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyways, we're going to deal with it and we're going to start with the get ready with me. Really keen for it. I'm just going to clip my hair back a little bit so it doesn't get in the way when I'm applying makeup. A friend of mine always clips her hair back like this with 2 bobby pins and it looks so good on her. So I'm going to copy her today. Oh, that's stuffed up. And I just feel like bobby pins are actually so useful for hairstyling because they're really strong and sturdy, but they're also invisible, so it doesn't really affect the way it appears on your face. So that's really nice. We're starting the day off nice and bougie with some of my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I absolutely love this stuff and I got it in the full size. I used to have a mini trial size, which I adored and loved, but I finished it up way too quickly, so I just decided to get the full size, and what better time to use it than my birthday. It has a really nice citrus scent to it, which I really enjoy. I feel like it might be just a placebo, but I feel like it really wakes me up and makes my face brighten and just feel really nice. I also really like the putty texture. I feel like that is really rich and it makes my makeup look more juicy. I'm just going to use everything off the lid because why not? Everything is product and this stuff is pricey, so I'm definitely going to use up every last bit of this primer. I know a lot of people actually use this as a moisturizer. I feel like that's a bit too much. This is almost like the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream situation where you can use it as a primer, moisturizer, everything, but I think just under makeup is the best way to go. For moisturizers, I prefer something with SPF. This doesn't have SPF in it, but look how nice and glowy my skin looks. That is gorgeous. Whilst we wait for the primer to really settle in and dry down, I'm going to use a new favorite of mine. This is the, let me see, Mecca Cosmetica On The Go Hydration in a Glossy Rose Tint in the shade Rose. This is a tinted lip balm and you guys know I have to show this off. Magnetic case, and it is slightly tinted. I got this in the most, I guess, pigmented shade, and it just leaves a really rosy and juicy tint to your lips. This does have SPF 15 in it, which is awesome, and it doesn't feel too heavy either. Let me just apply some to prep. Look how juicy my lips look. I definitely went a little bit overboard with it just because I wanted to leave a tint later on, and I love glossy lips lately. I just want everything to be really shiny and dewy. This also has a nice scent to it. It's almost like a fruity kind of strawberries and cream ice cream scent. It's really lovely. But yeah, this has been a go-to and I've been just using it a ton. Now that we are done with the prep, we're going to go officially into the makeup, and I'm going to start off with my concealer. This is the Luna Tip Concealer, one of my favorites of all time because of how high coverage and like skin-like it is. It's just really beautiful. I can't remember which shade I got. I think I got this in the shade 02, and this does have SPF in it. That's one thing I love about Korean makeup. It has so much SPF, and I'm just going to conceal some of my problem areas. So under the eyes, if I tilt down, you can see dark circles. We're gonna get rid of that. Redness along the nose, forehead, and just here we can see there's a little bit of a spot situation. We're going to let it sit for a little while before we take our beauty sponge. Probably need to clean this, and we're just going to pat it in. It doesn't have to be super well blended. I just want to kind of thin it down so the edges are less obvious, but I want to maintain the coverage on the concealer. There we are. Doesn't look very well blended, and that is because I'm going to put my foundation on right afterwards. This is the Amuse Dew Jelly Vegan Cushion in 02 Nude. Again, SPF 38 PA+++. This has been a go-to foundation because I prefer light coverage foundations that give me just a tiny bit of coverage, but mostly it evens out my skin tone. And because this is a mesh kind of covering, the formula is very, very liquidy, watery, and light. So you can tell that it's very skin-like. And I'm just going to pat this all over the face. That is why I didn't care too much about whether my concealer was well blended or not, because I know I'm covering it up with more foundation later on. And make sure to blend down the neck, because the worst thing that can happen is your neck and your face are two different shades. There we are, the face is completed and we have our complexion. I love how dewy my face looks, and we can see how natural it still is. It still looks like my skin, even in a different shading and lighting. The lips look so luscious, don't they? And yeah, I really love that cushion for that reason. And now we are going to powder the face. For powder today, I'm going to use my NARS Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Powder pressed. I literally just read everything outside the packaging and it was a lot, but I really, really love this powder. You can see I made quite a considerable dent in it, and it's just something I reach for whenever I want a light setting powder that is still reflective and gives my skin some luminosity. I'm going to use a brush today just because I want it to be very, very light. I'm going to coat my brush, and you can see it's not too big. I want it to be small so I can do a light layering, and I'm just going to gently brush it over my face. There we are. Can we see my face is still very, very dewy and glowy? It doesn't look super mattified as well, and up close again looks amazing. I just love this setting powder. It's so lightweight. And now we are done with our complexion basically. I'm now going to apply a little bit of blush. For blush today, I'm going to go all out with my Hourglass. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit palette, and this contains 3 finishing powders. Well, one of them is a highlighter, 2 blushes, and 1 bronzer. And I'm going to take the blushes and just swirl them together like so, and give my face a little bit of warmth. One thing to note for Hourglass powders is that they're actually quite pigmented. You really underestimate it because of how glowy it looks, but it's actually really, really strong. So I'm going to put some on the back of my hand like earlier and just gently tap it on the face. That's all I'm going to do for the complexion. I feel like it looks glowy just enough and minimalistic. And now I'm going to go into the eyes, where I'm going to slightly jazz it up, and I'm going to take my Pat McGrath Mothership in the shade Bronze Seduction. This is my favorite palette from Pat McGrath, and I honestly love it so much, except for it's a little bit expensive and I feel like I don't have a light enough shade, so I'm going to actually use it in combination with my Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look of Love in a palette. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bronzer shade and use that as an all-over setting color for my eyes. Something nice and light, just so we have color to deposit on later. And now we're going to go in with this palette. I'm going to take this kind of milk chocolate shade here. This is a matte, and I'm going to deepen my eyes ever so slightly. That way I can apply some glitter later. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this ruby shimmer shade and mix it with the dark brown and trace it on my lower lash line. This way I'm really smoking it up, but has a little bit of that red hue to make it a little bit more shimmery and not as basic as I usually go for. I mean, it's still going to be a basic everyday eye look, but for me it's already something else. And you can see I'm slightly winging it out to make a shadow liner, almost to prep myself for eyeliner later on. And now I'm going to take another precise shadow liner, and I'm going to take the milk chocolate shade we took earlier and just further deepen my smoky eye. Now I'm going to take this deep purple shade, this eggplant shade, and just deepen my top eyelids. Yep. And I'm going to create a little bit of a shadow base before I put on some glitters. Now we're going to go into ultra glitters, taking a fine brush, and I'm going to dip into this white gold and green duochrome and place it on the lower lash line. I'm going to go in with this metallic shade with my fingers and pat it on the center of my eyes. This is actually a super fine shimmer, but the thing is it does hit a hard pan, so every once in a while I do need to clean it up in order to get to the glitters.
This is quite subtle and nice for everyday wear, so it's really pretty and I do reach for it quite a bit. But for today, that is only a little underneath primer situation. I'm going to now take this pink shimmer.
I'm going to tap it all over. And that is basically it for the eyes. I'm now just going to take a eyeliner and make a sharp wing, and that's about it. So sharp. I love my eyeliner for today, and what I'm going to do now is the good old curl my eyelashes and put on some mascara. I'll just skip over this because we already know what it looks like to put on mascara. I don't need to make that ugly face on my camera, and I'm going to use my Peri Pera clear set. We'll be right back. That's it for my eyes. I also quickly did my eyebrows off camera. I used a brow gel. This is the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt. Love that one. And now I'm just going to finish it off with a little bit of lippies. I'm going to use the NARS Air Matte Lip Color. This is in the shade Thrust. It's a beautiful peach beige shade, and I'm just going to put it over my lip balm because this doesn't completely dry either, so might as well just keep it on moisturized lips. And yeah. Also, have I shown you guys my nails? I'm so proud of them. I did them myself. Yes, I don't go to the salon. I just do everything by myself because I find it so fun. But it was so easy to make. I first used this Can Make Tokyo nail polish in the shade Foundation Color 05. So it's this beautiful nude you can see underneath it. It looks like it's acrylic or like a gel. It's very, very beautiful. A slight tint of peach. And then I went in with my Holo Taco Menchie the Cat glitter. This one, oh my gosh. This is just so mesmerizing to look at. I love Holo Taco. I'm going to definitely buy more in the future. And I put it on the tips of my finger. You can see it's almost like an ombre effect. What I did is I made the brush completely dry almost. Bless me. Anyway, I kind of scraped both sides of nail polish so there's only a little bit on it, and I painted it layer by layer and it made this beautiful ombre effect, and it just looks so good. And to top it off, I used my favorite top coat. This is the Essie Gel Couture in number 2. I guess it's just the top coat. It's this white little twisty tube. Love it. And I'm in love with my nails. It's just so pretty, and this is long for me. I usually have really short nails, so this is like a little bit of a special occasion nail as well for me. And I just feel so good today in my makeup, my clothes, my accessories, my nails. It's just a good day. I can already sense it, and I am so excited for the year ahead. Alright guys, that is it for today's Get Ready With Me for my birthday. I'm really loving the makeup. It's a bit more glitz and glamour than usual, and something I still feel comfortable wearing. I love all the shimmers on my eyes and the glowy complexion. Everything about today I am just in love with, and I shared with you guys some of my favorite products of all time, and you know it's a favorite because I'm using it on my birthday. But I can't stop looking at my eyes in the mirror. It just looks so shimmery and beautiful, and I'm in love. I'm so excited for a new year ahead, although it is a little bit daunting that I am 21 now, and I just feel like there's so many things in the future left for me, whether it's my professional career or it's content creation. I'm just so excited for everything ahead, and once again I'm really grateful for every single one of you who have watched and supported my content. It just means a lot to me. But that is it for today's video. If you did like it, please give a thumbs up or even subscribe to my channel, and let me know down below what are the content you want to see from me in the future, and I'll see you guys for the next one.